Hello everybody, Nine Nandas. How's everybody today? Hope the weekend went good. Mine was fine until I watched a rally last night at Madison Square Gardens. Literally gobsmacked, gotta tell you. Literally gobsmacked. What in the actual FUCK was that horseshit last night? What was that? As you can see, by the way, we have no snow. It's melting really fast. It's going to be 70 on Thursday for Halloween, apparently. But anyway, back to last night's bullshit. It felt like a gut punch when that, not even going to call him a comedian, got up there and said, did anybody hear about that big island of garbage floating in the ocean? We call it Puerto Rico. Yep, that was said. And he said, don't get me wrong, I welcome immigrants with open arms. Like, oh. Yeah. He said him and his friend were partying late last night, his black friend, and he's pretty tired today because he was up carving watermelons all night. A preacher got up there and called the Vice President of the United States the Antichrist. Some other podcaster got up there and called her an effing bitch, and she was so many effing things. Let's just put it that way. Tucker Carlson got up there and he was going on about her IQ, making fun of her race. He named like 6 different places in the world. And he goes, whatever she is. And she's a low IQ person. Stephen Miller, that little Voldemort there, with his, I don't want to say the N-I-Z-I word, but yeah, that's what he is. That's what who implemented all those things during the Trump regime about border control. It's not closing the border, it's border control. Let's see. Yeah, it was just basically a giant shit show of racism and hatred. Racism and hatred. That's what went on last night. And at the same time as that comedian was talking about Puerto Rico, Kamala Harris was at a Puerto Rican restaurant talking to migrants about improving Puerto Rico and fulfilling the things that Trump should have done when he was there. Because remember, he withheld over $90 million for that island, and some still don't have power. So there's that. That whole thing last night was just a bunch of hateful, fear-mongering bullshit. It was disgusting. So I went on the YouTube there. Pardon me, it's cold. My nose is running. The 1939 Madison Square Garden rally that they held in February of 1939. And just a couple months later is when all the invasions through Europe started. Those people. At both rallies, the place was packed. And one thing we gleaned from having all those people, though they were Americans, the guy in charge of the German organization, they call it the German Bund, this is what he said to all those people. We, the German Bund, organized as American citizens with American ideals, we are determined to protect ourselves, our homes, our children against the slimy conspirators and the parasite hand of Jewish communism in our schools, our universities, and our very homes. And anybody that thinks they want to spin this should think again, because Trump got up there and said that they are poisoning the blood of the nation, migrants. I will get them all out. He said they're coming in hordes. They are invading our villages, our towns, and our cities, and they are conquering them. Stirring up that hate just like they did in 1939. But you know, Madison Square Gardens, out of all the other arenas and places like that, it's relatively small. It seats 19,500 people. However, there was a bunch outside, and it was standing room only in there, so I'm going to say he had about 22,000 people in there. And every time somebody said something hateful, they stood up and cheered, and they clapped at both rallies, both in 39 and last night. One thing you have to be wary about is that arena was packed with like-minded people. Both arenas, both times. And what you have to worry about is not the 19,000, 22,000 that showed up there. It's the ones that didn't show up are the ones you have to worry about. Yeah, they're the ones you have to worry about. So, of course, everybody's on the news today. They're having all these right-wing friggin' hateful bastards on there, spin it and saying, oh, we didn't know they were going to say that. Oh, we didn't know that that was going to come. Every single one of those speakers have a history of saying shit like that. So you can't tell me that Trump didn't know what they were going to say, because he went up there and he just shed a little more light on it to basically say everything they said I concur with, and I'm going to fix it. So, all the Puerto Ricans out there know this. You're next. I'm not fear-mongering here. I'm telling you what they said last night and what come out of Trump's own face. You are next. If you want to sit around and say, oh, he means the other ones, he doesn't mean us. He means brown and black people. If you, like Haitians, primarily black. Anybody else, Venezuela, Honduras, Latin America, you're gone. And he does mean you. In 1939, Jewish people said the same thing. Well, he surely doesn't mean me because we work hard, we have businesses, and the Germans buy stuff at our stores. They can't mean us. We have, we're lawyers, we're doctors. He doesn't mean us, he means the other ones. Oh, it's okay to throw the rest of your fellow community under the bus, as long as it's not you. Think again. This shit is getting scary. And when you got an idiot like Byron friggin' Donalds says, oh, you think this is a racist rally? He said this to the, I think it was the Daily News, New York Daily. He says, so you think if this was a racist rally, do you really think they'd have a black man from Florida, originally from New York, speak at such a rally? Shake your head, Byron. Look around. How many people looked like you in that audience? How many? How many looked like you? You don't think you're next? You're his useful idiot. He'll put you out on stage so he can get votes. He don't care about the people. He just wants numbers. Size matters. So give your head a shake, Byron. You are useful to him until November 5th. After that, he won't give two shits about you, your white wife, because he's been race baiting ever since he started. For years, when he wouldn't allow black people to rent his buildings. They even put code letters beside their names so they wouldn't get a call back. So good luck with that, Byron. You're sitting pretty right now, but wait for it. So all you people out there, talk to your family members. Don't let this shit fly. Don't let it fly, because it's just getting worse. And if this is his ending message for the end of the campaign for people, Lord Diane Henry, what's going to happen if he gets elected and sits in that Oval Office? Your America like you know it will no longer exist. I'm a little pissed off if you can't tell. But anyway, I'm going to do another one later. But another scam he's got going now. But anyway, Naughty Nana loves you. Be good, be safe. Please take care of you first so you can take care of somebody else. I love you so much. I really do. And I'm frightened to death for you people in the United States. I'm frightened to death. Anyway, you take care of you first so you can take care of somebody else. Because there's going to be a lot of somebody else's out there that are going to need some love and attention. I love you so much. Mwah. Take care of you.